Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Tasty Steve, joined by
James Chen.
That's what I like to hear.
Or Jay Chenzor.
Jay Chenzor, Jimmy Fishmouth.
No one calls me that anymore. So.
But we are back. Dreamhack 2017 Street Fighter 5. We got a pretty cool match coming up next.
Yeah. So we did mention GamerBee versus Smug, but before that, we're actually going to go for Pi Cammy versus Able Gamers Broly Legs. Now, I mentioned Smug was at the airport when I was there, and he was with Cammy, in fact, and the two of them were just basically chilling there at night.
I think it's Kami.
Kami?
Like Dragon Ball.
Ah, see, that's the thing is I've never seen Dragon Ball.
You've never seen Dragon Ball? What about Journey to the West?
I mean, there's like so many different Journey of the West, right? So
right.
there's like 19 versions of that thing.
And of course, Broly Legs. This guy's been a force.
So wait, it's all Dragon Ball references here?
Not all, well.
Because Broly isn't
yeah.
Okay.
Strong legs, man.
I don't know, whatever. I'm trying to understand my anime here, but
that's cool. We'll get you some DVDs. I'll give you my old VHS tapes.
All right, sounds good. I still got a VCR, so.
Crush counter sweep.
Yep.
And Broly Legs with quite the lively right now.
Broly Legs, I mean, he is and Bud are some of the last Cammy players. Chun-Li players. Jesus. All right, you know, I'm gonna stop talking now.
Stand fierce, try to keep that pressure going. Life lead is definitely in favor. Oh, Broly Legs, nice activation off of the crouch strong.
And as other people pointed out too, I accidentally said Lud was from New York. I don't know why. I know he's from Maryland, dude. I know he's from Maryland. That was my bad. But Broly Legs, of course, very, very well known as one of those players. You know, if you talk about your execution and you're like, you know what, I can't accomplish these tough things to do, and then you meet a guy like Broly Legs and you're like, you know what, you can do anything you put your mind to.
That's another tick throw. Trying to fish for that forward movement with that roundhouse. That was nice activation on the trigger. Drops the combo.
Yeah, unfortunately. But doesn't matter. Still getting the pressure going here. Kami now stuck in the corner. Oh, no.
Hard bait. Broly Legs. First game over Kami.
That's right. I mean, this man wrote an entire book, did Broly Legs, right? And, you know, he's on the internet all the time. He's typing. He types with a chopstick in his mouth.
Really?
He hits the keys with a chopstick. Yeah, that's basically how he types.
Crouch strong.
Oh, yeah, great jump in for Kami, and now Kami getting in there.
Gets the counter hit confirmed and the stun. Gets a little meter. That neutral jump.
So the damage of the uppercuts, and look at this pressure now. Backs into, goes right into the Seismo after the backdash.
Looking completely different. Crouch medium kick to take it.
Wow.
First round game 2 goes to Kami.
Okay, okay. Oh, what a neutral jump. That was like, I'm not sure if that was a call out on the disc guidance. But he's going to use the EX meter to get the true anti-air, make sure he has all the invincibility.
I think so. I think he's looking for that Seismo, and that's why he's neutral jumping. To try to call it out. Nice.
All right, now this time, Broly Legs gets all the corner pressure into the EX legs. A tiny bit of life left.
Catches the backdash with a Seismo. Tries to dash up and keep that pressure going. Broly Legs.
Oh, could have confirmed off of the fully charged overhead. That was beautiful, but then just got caught in the legs. Got poked in the toes by the crouching medium punch. Final round. Broly Legs now at match point. It was almost kind of like a reversal between the 2 rounds. That first round, it was all Kami offense.
What a jump in by Broly Legs. Reversal, spinning bird.
Okay, that is, it's not plus anymore. It's a negative on block, but you can still use it as an option. Broly gets in there with the overhead.
So smart with the reads on the Seismo. He's done such a good job, but not this time. Goes right into critical art. He wants that life. He wants the momentum. This is going to help him out a little bit. But now, Broly Legs has full resources.
Oh, but if he just wakes up and gets hit, it's not going to help. Oh, wake up jab again from Broly Legs. He's not scared. Oh my god, here comes the V trigger. So he gets one mix-up now. What's he gonna go for? Just goes for standard pressure.
Gets the
Catches him
knockdown.
with the sweep.
Jump back by Kami.
Yeah, good patience from Broly. Oh.
And another smart jump, walks into the crouching strong. Kami's still alive.
Yeah, he jumped over the Seismo and realized there was a range where he couldn't actually hit with the jump attack. So Broly just kind of landed and was like, okay, I'm going to use this opportunity to walk forward. But Kami's like, you know what? I know you can't hit me. I know you're going to try to use this moment for offense. So you're just going to walk into my crouching medium punch.
Nice jump in again with that fierce. Tick throw, gets the command throw. And right now, Kami is looking like he is in Broly Leg's head right now.
Oh, wow. Counter hit roundhouse. Heavy kick is going to be able to combo off of that.
I like the interruption there by Kami. Ball Thunder again.
I really like that Broly has been using back heavy kick as the anti-air now, because the light kick obviously is a lot slower, is less reliable, so he's using the back heavy kick, which has way better horizontal range than people realize. Stop a lot of jump-ins from a lot of different ranges. Oh, slid under. That's going to be safe, but activates V-Trigger instead. Got to watch out for that overhead. Yes, but Kami backed off.
Here.
Oh, boy.
You see this pressure coming from Broly Legs. Oh! Back fierce. Oh!
Back heavy kick in a confirmed combo.
My mistake. Back roundhouse. Just a, oh.
That was nice. That was nice.
Set point here. Broly Legs. And another smart jump in. What's it gonna do? Take the damage. Neutral jump again. Another one.
Oh my god, that's gonna be stuck.
A little meter.
Alright, so now the question is, how much resources is Broly Legs gonna plan to spend to try this comeback? Obviously, V-Trigger is worth spending, but you see that Chun-Li, one of the biggest problems that she had when she got nerfed into Season 2 is that she really lost a lot of damage. She can't do a lot of damage like a lot of other characters. And her V-Trigger lasts so short now.
Did you see him hold back just a little bit and then go for the Seismo to hit the sweep? Set point for both of these guys. Neutral jump to start it off with that roundhouse by Broly Legs.
Oh, I love the chase down and then just continuing the pressure. Has Kami in the corner now.
And look at those neutral jumps. Broly Legs playing so smart. There's a jump in, no anti-air this time. Seismo being used again, and as you noticed, that V-Trigger is about to become a factor.
Yeah, look at all those resources. In fact, Kami, if he gets any hit, he might just go into critical art. Oh no, he went for the juggle. I thought he was going to go for critical art just to get the corner position. The damage. Oh, he gets the jump in. That's going to be a confirm.
Goes into critical art, not dead,
no.
but he's going to get a setup. He's going to dash into his corner. Let's see what he does.
And again, Broly like sitting on all that.
Oh, that was slick.
Yeah.
That was slick.
Because you know what? He's noticed that Broly was hitting buttons all the time. Remember that last time he got the meaty, and the next wake up, Broly still went for crouching light punch. So I think that time Kami was like, you know what? You're going to do a wake up button again. I will have this perfectly timed setup. You saw him whiff a button in the standing heavy punch.
That was really good.
Yeah.
That was actually really scary because when you're fighting Nikali, you're looking for, like, yo, this guy can command throw me at any point in time. So doing a crouch short to just throw off the timing, it makes people second guess because they have to pay attention to that animation.
Yeah.
And then that's when you hit him with the real button. I call that the third strike. I like that.
Because the best thing about that is when he whiffed that button there, you know, your mind is also like, oh, it whiffed, so that I can actually punish it now, you know?
Watch the sweep. I think this is the sweep punish, too. Ugh, that was so good.
Yeah. Just right outside the range. Kind of a pseudo, I always call that the pseudo option select, where if you think you're going to block a move, as soon as the timing in which you would block it, hit something right afterwards. Because that way, if it whiffs, you come out with something, and if you block, nothing happens, right? It was very, like I remember in Street Fighter 4 when Rolento used to do the hop back, roll forward into the throw. That was kind of that option select as well.
Oh, okay.
Like right before it reaches you, right when it reaches you, hit a button. so that way if you block it, nothing happens, and if nothing
Okay,
happens...
all right.
So,
see, the veteran. That's why you're the veteran.
A lot of people don't utilize this, including myself. I don't. It's just one of those things that you got to train yourself that when you see attacks to not just be in this, oh shoot, I must block it. It's kind of like an active defense kind of situation. So
it's really hard to break that habit too. It's so hard to be used to reacting differently in situations where you feel like you're going to lose. Like you have to say, well, everything else isn't working. You have to turn your mind and say, no, you have to hit a button now.
It's so easy to talk about these things, but I mean,
it's so much harder to do it.
To implement it, yeah. I mean, that's why I'm at this table and not playing. So I know these things, but I can't do it.
So next match, Zowie's GamerBee versus Smug coming up next. I love that Pirate Die shirt, by the way.
The Pie brothers here. We just saw Kami, but of course Smug now. You notice something that he does not have the Pie label on here when he's entering tournaments, and you know he is one of the last remaining unsponsored players, like top 10 kind of players around the country, maybe even in the world. Not sponsored yet, so a lot of people, oh no, he has Pie Smug there, he's written there, but he's just part of Team Pie. Yeah. Part of Team Pie, not an official sponsor. So if you're out there looking for a strong player to add to your esports team, there is no better player than Smug right now that is still looking for a sponsor.
Game 1. GamerBee versus Smug.
GamerBee also a very, very strong player, and GamerBee does not want to go with Necalli because he hates that match. And I was just listening to Sajam and Eli talk about this, and they say that Balrog versus Necalli is just a terrible match for Necalli. So GamerBee is going to go Cammy instead because Cammy can definitely fight against this character.
And you can see that standing medium kick is getting a lot of shine right now, keeping that pressure going. Oh, low forward.
That's that with OS on that crouching medium kick from Cammy. Gets in there with that side kick. Look at this.
The stun. Look, making it look clean right now.
Yeah.
GamerBee takes first round.
And this is one of the advantages that Cammy has, is if she knocks Balrog down, it can be pretty tough for Balrog to deal with that. His wake-up game is definitely not very strong. A little too slow on that EX screw upper. Didn't get counter hit by the light kick, so GamerBee wasn't able to confirm the whole thing. Oh my god. Time. Oh, a drop. What is going on? Okay, maybe he didn't get enough sleep last night. Look at these buttons. Oh no.
So good. Activation.
He was too close. He was trying to whip the crouch medium kick, empty cancel into the drill, but it was too close.
And gets the counter hit with that standing jab. That was so smart.
One mistake. One mistake from GamerBee and Cammy died. And therein lies the problem for Cammy in this matchup, is the 900 health, 900 stun against the damage output of Boxer.
Yeah, that's scary to deal with. Oh, a standing fist.
Yeah.
Another standing fist. Man, every time he gets punched, Jesus. Nice chunk of gray light standing up there.
Nice, okay. At the right height to get that confirmed backdash in the corner to avoid the throw. Gonna try to use the V reversal, but that was low enough. Oh my god, he just ate the jump in.
That V reversal was so smart. Finds another roundhouse. GamerBee hits a button this time. Trigger is in play for GamerBee. Spins a little meter. Smart V reversal, not gonna help him out too much. GamerBee on the offensive. Dash strong again, fishing 4 hits. Oh,
Smug trying to respect the offensive Cammy. Oh no!
Dash punches, crouch strong again.
Not enough meter quite yet for the super.
Oh, the shimmy!
Nice.
The shimmy to take it home. First game goes to Mr. GamerBee.
He takes it, but you can still see a little bit of character unfamiliar. I mean, dude, I do this all the time too. I always try to jump and dive kick, and I just end up whiffing that. And you saw that from GamerBee, who was also super good at those Tiger Knee Jaguar kicks from Street Fighter 4. Having a little trouble getting the Cammy dive kicks out on the jump. I've seen him whiff a couple of those now. Oh my god, there's that standing heavy kick from Balrog. Yeah, really good against very buttonsy, pokey characters, so I'm surprised I don't see him using it more against GamerBee. But, you know, oh no, again, a little bit too close.
Spins that meter. Takes about 30% life easy.
But there's that Cammy V trigger. You see that? I mean, V reversal blocks it, and then all of a sudden, now you're in the corner.
The pressure from GamerBee using these Cammy normals, another smart V reversal to try to stop it. But GamerBee's just one step ahead. He is not letting him get anything. Activation off that standing fierce.
Saves it, gets the throw, and now very dangerous because V trigger is activated now. What's the mix up from Smug? But
and then he did low forward twice.
Yeah.
Just to be sure. So smart.
I feel like Smug is almost being a little overly respectful to GamerBee's buttons.
Yeah, he's not advancing past this standing, but he's using standing middle kicks so well, like in that range. And you see him trying to fish for like roundhouse and stuff like that, using those dash punches. But he's GamerBee's committing with crouching medium kicks so heavily that it's a little scary. Nice block and punish.
Most of the damage GamerBee has taken has been from errant drills like that. Oh, I love the dash up back throw. But again, 2V reversals switch to sides all day. Smug can't keep GamerBee in the corner because of that V reversal.
Looking for the air-to-air right there. Look at the spacing here by GamerBee.
My God, what an aim with that dive kick again. Perfect aim.
Smug not even hitting buttons at this point. Still has full trigger available. Now one V reversal, that's a tick throw, and there's the stun. That should be the match.
GamerBee is gonna take it.
A clean 2-0 over Pi Smug.
Wow, that match did not go how I imagined it to go at all.
Man.
Ooh. GamerBee with a convincing 2-0 game win over Smug. He controlled the pace of that so much, and that's the thing. I was really surprised Smug was during the neutral wasn't trying to go for more heavy kicks.
Yeah, I thought I was going to see a lot more roundhouse as well.
Yeah, because the thing is, even if you trade with the standing medium kick, then you get the crush counter,
Right.
and you know there is the fear of the whiff punish. But I feel like, I don't know, I didn't see beginning of the round if GamerBee actually got any whiff punishes on that to scare Smug from hitting the button. But here we go. Look at this damage that he was able to do in game number 1. Off of that one errant drill, and then he just goes for one mix-up. There it was, and that was it.
Yeah, fishing for that counter hit jab, but this time, the walkout, crouching forward from GamerBee, he used it so well. Look at how he got under the throw. Look at that. I don't know who's doing that slow rewind, but they're smart. That's good. I like it. Look, man, look at
And this corner, that dive kick aiming right there is beautiful. GamerBee has that dive kick aim on point, and there you see why getting the opponent into the corner is so important, because in the middle of the screen, Balrog can walk back and forth a little bit and then do that OS thing that I was talking about. If you see the dive kick, when you would block it, hit the button. So that way if the dive kick misses, and it's a lot easier to make it miss when you're in the middle of the screen because you have room to walk back. But when you're in the corner, then GamerBee's got
so
aim
much
for
harder.
days.
And you can bait it out a little easier too. You get a bunch of neutral jumps. People try to throw. Once they try to throw, you get under them, crouching forward. We just saw there's so many situations that kind of goes in tow with a good call out, especially like on the throw. Speaking of which, we're getting a little more Cammy practice. Ronin's Alex Myers versus the Red Bull Bonchan.
Do you see the match coming up after that, dude?
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. You guys definitely want to stay tuned.
I mean, I could give a hit, but this is basically the answer, but it's going to be Sim versus Sim after this. But again, Bonchan going up against Alex Myers. Alex Myers, one of the stronger Cammies from SoCal, if not the strongest Cammy in SoCal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He has been putting in so much work. Every time I talk to Alex Myers these days, you can just tell. I mean, look, he's a college student. He's like trying to cram for all these tests and everything like that.
He's the guy in Wednesday night fights that brings his homework and in between matches works on homework on the second level. Like, it's crazy. But in all honesty, I feel like Alex Myers is a Bonchan, like, he's a Bonchan himself. Like, the way he confirms, the way he plays, the buttons that he chooses, I think this is going to be a good match. And on top of that, I feel like this is a bad matchup for Nash.
Yeah.
So in the range where Nash actually gets to hit buttons, he cannot hit buttons because Cammy's standing medium kick.
Yeah, and plus another thing too is I'm sure Alex Myers is perfectly aware there's pretty much no range at which Nash can do a sight and be safe from the drill.
Right.
Like Cammy should be able to reversal punish a drill on the Sonic scythe no matter what. But like I said, Alex Myers, like every time I talk to him, the amount of knowledge and, you know, like you can tell he's cramming Street Fighter V knowledge into his brain.
Oh, yeah.
And he has become a formidable fighter. He's really kind of made the leap here in Street Fighter V. In Street Fighter 4, he was always a great gatekeeper kind of player, but in Street Fighter V is when he started winning tournaments.
Oh, yeah.
And he's been able to do that while being in school. Well, Bonchan already with a couple of footsie Sonic sights, so he's not really scared, it looks like.
Yeah, he did a great job of backdashing and then doing the sight. That way it's at that max tip punish. So it's still even a little harder, but like you said, if he has meter, you're still going to get hit. Wake up, EXDP. Oh, stay on the same side.
Okay, and he's going to be able to convert. Not going to go for the uppercut. Still going to save it, even though... Oh, what a chase down. Yes.
Oh,
and he knew
he's
that
so ready.
He knew that was the
so
EX
ready.
drill, so he had the EX uppercut. But you cannot throw OS against Alex because he is looking for that constantly. He is one of the best at punishing jump back throw OS with the raw drill.
There it is.
Yep.
You see, and it said reversal, so you know it's clean.
All right, gets to the other side. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Gets the counter hit confirmed.
Cammy has so much control on slide switching if she's in the corner, that it's really hard to keep the pressure.
Gonna get the meter. He's gonna get a setup on this one. Oh no, just waits it out. Didn't want to test that reversal DP again. Oh, so lucky right there. Just barely low profile that goes for that EX sight. Corner pressure.
Oh, wow, let's just do it. And it catches the backdash from Bonchan, but Bonchan with the counter hit, crouch light punch gonna confirm.
That is crazy. He confirmed a crouch down counter hit to get the sight to take the round.
I mean, look, if you are expecting a counter hit, you just look under, you look at your side of the screen. You're not even looking at the characters anymore. You're just looking for the message. In fact, I've even gotten tricked by first attack messages before. Oh no! Just like GamerBee, an errant drill at point blank range.
Scythe right there jumps out and EX dive kick. Jesus!
He said, "I know this is not a true block string. I know I can punish this."
I told you, Alex Myers reminds me of a Bonchan. Like that's how I feel. Reset, reset. Didn't hit a button. That was nice.
Okay.
I like the spacing, and as you can see, with Nash, you're definitely going to want to play out that range. You want to make
Oh, what a whip punish on the knee!
It didn't spin at all because he knew it was not going to kill, so that was really smart. You see, like the double tap right there by Bonchan. He wants to get at that range where he can still react to any jump ins, as well as duck and block like a random cannon drill.
You also saw Bonchan being very patient and blocking because he was, oh my god, the back medium punch counter hit.
And this is, like I said before, this is really hard. A nice vigorous clap from Ultra David back here. He was
USA, says Ultra David.
You see Alex Myers with the, dang, you see that pug-like mug right? Look at that, look at his face right there. He meant that win.
You said pug-like mug?
Yeah, pug-like because his face.
Yeah,
you know.
I like that though. I like that.
That was completely unintentional.
Those rhymes, you got the bars
That's
going.
bars,
in.
man.
Bars. Oh, wow, counter hit, crouching medium punch, and the stand heavy punch confirmed, and then the shimmy, and then, wow, the double light kick usually is a throw, but instead he did double light kick, walk up, and then block the counter poke from Bonchan. That was crazy.
This matchup is really hard. The buttons that Cammy has at her disposal really shuts down a lot of like Nash's options. It really doesn't matter who the player is at this point, but Nash up again, and he's in just full control of this match.
Steve, how do you feel about this matchup?
Like I said before this match even started, I told you this match is hard. Nice EX.
No, it is. It is very hard for Nash. This is definitely a tough match. Definitely one that Cammys do not mind
Oh my
playing.
god, gets under the forward medium kick with crouching medium kick.
Oh,
Alex
look at
Myers.
this pressure, using the meter off of the EX dive kick off of the hooligan to keep the pressure going. Oh, but here comes Bonchan. He's going to get the conversion.
Gonna need some meter.
Oh, he's
really far away. But
Doesn't
that was
matter.
so smart. And now he goes to the potential last round, and he doesn't even have an EX bar for Alex Myers, and he has one EX bar himself.
It's not going to take long for Cammy to get that bar because she builds meter like crazy. There's that reversal drill again. See Bonchan trying to play defensive by jumping back in the corner.
Nice air. You see him going to that back medium kick just to stay safe with that boom after. There's a throw. Alex Myers, this is all he needs. Momentum-wise, this is what happens. V-reversal to get out. Nice call out by Alex Myers.
God, that was beautiful from Alex.
You see Bonchan scrambling to try to get out of there. Nice crouch jab again. And look at him, he just has to escape at this point.
Yeah, Bonchan trying to run away after the EX dive kick. Remember, that is -2 unless Cammy hits you at the shins.
Oh, finds the button again, and Bonchan loses to Alex Myers.
Alex.
Wow, the slow clap for David this time around.
But you saw right there that Alex Myers stood up, and you saw the determination, not even just from how he won, but after he won, the way he stood up and the way he put the joystick down. He was determined.
I feel like that's premature, though. That's a bad matchup. You can't be happy about that. That's not fair. So we're going to take a look at the replay.
Yeah, one of the hardest things about this match, honestly, is the lack of 3-frame buttons from Nash. And he thought he was going to the other side. Dude, look at that.
And and that's the thing. And that situation, like you said before, the no 3-frame buttons coming from Nash.
Right.
It's scary. Like, you really do not know what's about to happen, because especially in one of those situations where you trade in the air and you're falling down, you're like, well, I could hit a button, but that's Cammy, and she could already be, knee deep in. Like,
here's the scary thing, right? I mean, it's crazy that it's just a 1-frame difference, but when you block dive kicks from Cammy, she doesn't have a lot of advantage, but just the difference between having a 3-frame normal and not having a 4-frame normal can put you into such a precarious situation, because now if Cammy is 0 on block, she still wins with her crouching light punch, so she has that much more leeway on aiming that dive kick to keep you in trouble.
Well, you guys should aim to head over to Capcom Pro Tour store and get one of these shirts. I still do not have this black pullover. Jesus, I want it. But yeah, hoodies and tees are now available at the Capcom Pro Tour store presented by PlayStation 4. CapcomStore.com. Head over and get one of these swanky shirts. You know they're cool because I would wear them. So you should definitely go ahead and check those out and get one as soon as possible. Capcom, you can just send me one of those. Anyways, next match, like we said before.
I hinted at that. It is going to be Sim versus Sim. It's Sim City here with Dalsim going up against Commander Jesse. And look, you know what? A lot of people, regardless of who wins this match, are going to be like, well, obviously he's the better. Look, mirror matches are the worst way to determine who is the better player of a character.
Who likes mirror matches?
No,
nobody likes mirror. And you're going to get that one guy on the internet, I like mirror matches. You're lying to yourself.
Okay.
Because every time the match is done, you're going to go cry about it in the bathroom.
I'll tell you right now, there's 2 people who like mirror matches, right? It's Ryu players. Ryu is always a fun mirror match, right? The other one is all Urian players, because they like throwing mirrors at everybody, right? So they like mirror matches. But it is going to be Dalsim versus Dalsim, Splice Fchamp. Commander Jesse, as I mentioned with Smug earlier, Commander Jesse traveling away to a lot of events right now. Another player that is, sponsor free right now that could be looking for
Yo, and Commander Jesse is one of the more active Dalsim players. Competes and wins on that fights, I believe, almost every week.
Yep.
Still goes around and does his legwork by traveling to these other tournaments. Of course, you see him here. I think it's crazy that he's not sponsored, in all honesty. But he does have his work cut out for him again. This will be a nasty, nasty mirror match. Splice Fchamp rocking Dalsim as well versus Commander Jesse's Dalsim. This is definitely going to be. I want to see who comes out on top. Because I still feel like even when it's said and done, nobody's going to be like, well, they should be like someone's the better Dalsim,
Right. Well, Dalsim is kind of a crazy match. That's probably not a stretch to claim, but see them both floating in here. Letting the intros play out. Here we go. And it is Fchamp who opens the round with a quick button, and Commander Jesse choosing to block at the start of the round.
So Commander Jesse, standard color Dalsim versus this nice, I guess that's a teal? I can't really tell. It's like a dark blue, like an aqua blue.
Yeah, Fchamp using all sorts of different colors here. Okay, good range from Commander Jesse. Again, it's very similar to Cammy. It's about aiming those drills at the, oh my god! Down back heavy punch blowing up the pokes from Commander Jesse.
I cannot believe some of these button exchanges we're seeing. Nice, gets the EX flame, tries to go for the knockdown.
How often does Jesse and Denkadius play each other?
I think they play quite often, actually.
Okay. So you feel like he would have some experience, but right now it still feels like that Champ has more of the experience because he seems to have a few more hard counters. However, Commander Jesse took the life lead right just now.
Well, the thing about it is, I spoke about Fchamp's defense earlier. Commander Jesse, Denkadius, they're pretty active sim players depending on the matchup. So him fighting Champ, that's what I'm more interested to see. I'm interested to see how that offense is going to play up against Champ's defense. I look at some of the situations that Commander Jesse is in sometimes. Sometimes he backdashes in the corner, random jump stasis just to stay, get a thought, in. And Champ's like, I'll wait,
All right, well, good mix-up there at the end of the round from Commander Jesse going for the Yoga Gale to blow up the throw attempt,
Back
then
medium
goes
kick
for the
confirmed.
real throw. But Fchamp here in round 2 is just going nuts on Commander
Double
Jesse.
Gale.
Wow.
Round 2, game 1.
Yeah,
Fchamp.
Fchamp getting a Gale Force win there. And now 1-1 here in this first game.
Oh, teleport on teleports. There's a throw again. Commander Jesse trying to get something started.
Backdash wake up from Fchamp to get away from that meaty slide. Interesting, okay.
Lots of trades. Like the longest distance trade we probably ever going to see.
Oh, drill
wow.
with the limbs. Teleports out of there, but Fchamp chasing it down and punishing with standing spears. Oh, did you see him? He went for the jumping medium punch with throw
Oh, it
mix-up.
goes right into critical art. Dawson not dead. I'm surprised. And a Gale to take that first match. Commander Jesse over Fchamp.
Ooh. You mentioned Critical Art. That, of course, is the third Dhalsim in the United States. Mr. Critical Art
This is the fifth
from New York City.
Player 2.
But yeah, Commander Jesse able to take that first game.
Round 1. Fight.
So we saw,
Oh my God.
drilling
Drills a
those
limb.
limbs, yeah. But Fchamp, of course, we saw him, lose a game to Shen Chang. Was able to make that comeback after some thinking, but I didn't see the same kind of pause and reflection from Fchamp this time. He kind of went back into the match very quickly. Oh boy, with that jump fierce, but no real punish from Fchamp, and now caught him fishing for that limb punish.
Gets the hit, and this could possibly it. Uh-oh, there's a throw. Slide. Probably looking for a teleport right there, and gets out of the flame. I don't know if that was the smartest thing to do. There's the activation this time around. Trigger in play for Fchamp.
Oh
Look
my
at
God,
all
look
that
at
chip.
this comeback that he has managed to pull off.
Oh, yo, so slick. So slick, the trickery by Commander I wish we saw Fchamp's face right there. I want a replay of Fchamp's face after that round. And like we said before, Commander Jesse is more of an active Dhalsim player.
Right.
I've seen him play Denkadius, and these guys move around a lot. And I think Denkadius moves around even more. So defense-wise, he has experience in this matchup. I'm not sure how much experience Fchamp has in the Dhalsim mirror matchup.
Right. Oh, Commander Jesse now on the verge of taking this. Fchamp is going to go for his comeback, and weirdly enough, Dhalsim is very capable of some comebacks.
Oh, yeah. He can pick you apart a lot quicker than people give him credit for.
Commander Jesse getting the trade on
And
that.
that is going to be that in a quick game 2 here by Commander Jesse.
But again, look, I know a lot of people, especially SoCal peeps, are just going to be like, yo, see, Commander Jesse, best Dhalsim. But like I said, it's a mirror match. I wouldn't put too much stock into that kind of a situation.
The double bounce, the pinball, boom, boom. Round. He's not even on the screen when he won. Look at his face.
He was probably thinking to himself, maybe I should have teleported or something to try to get away from that. But like I said, again, I don't read too much into that, right?
Oh, yeah,
Mirror
you can't,
matches
you can't.
are very hard to. It's really more about how they play against other people than the direct matchup between each other. But Commander Jesse does move on, and we have some more Street Fighter action coming up after this break. So do not go anywhere. Welcome back. You're watching Dreamhack Austin, part of the Capcom Pro Tour, presented by PlayStation 4. Brought to you by Zowie, a brand by BenQ, the official monitor of the Capcom Pro Tour. And Razer, the official Street Fighter V fight stick of the Capcom Pro Tour. And HyperX, the official headset of the Capcom Pro Tour. And you are watching this Capcom Pro Tour here on Twitch.
Home of the Capcom Pro Tour.
Home of the Capcom Pro Tour.
There you go. I like to hear your voice, your voice when you do that. I think that's pretty cool. I'm working on mine. That's why I don't want to do it. You're right. It is a recording. It's a recording of your voice, though, so that's cool.
It's a recording that reacted to what you said, right? So you know, it was a psychic recording. It's a psychic recording.
So next up, man, I keep talking to Ice about these ugly ass shirts, but Ice, congratulations, he just got married. I actually kind of like that shirt, so. But no, he just got married, so congratulations, and he just moved to Texas.
Did he get married like in Hawaii or something? Because I feel like he's
I don't know. I saw him like riding a horse in the ocean. I don't know what was going on.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
there's some elaborate pictures.
He was riding a horse in an ocean?
Dude, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Somebody, we'll ask him later.
That sounds like a bucket list thing, dude, to ride a horse at the ocean.
I don't think he had a shirt on. I think it was crazy. Anyways.
He's going up against Kami, who we saw earlier with a very impressive win.
Over
against
Broly
Broly Legs, yeah. Is it Broly or Broly Legs?
Well, the character in Dragon Ball, his name's Broly.
Okay.
So.
Alright. But now he's going up against Ice, who's going with Guile.
Yeah, he does a really good job with Guile as well. He's controlling that neutral really well, and he's one of the few people, like, he'll do throw just to make you think he's doing boom. He's one of those sleazeballs, you know?
I like that. I've always liked that. That was actually one of the main reasons why when Guile first came out as a DLC, I wanted to learn him, because I just wanted to throw whip all day and make people jump.
Nice punish on that back fist. Gets the counter hit in the corner. Kami's looking like he's in control right now.
I was actually talking to Smug and Kami yesterday about this, but the New York scene is just so strong right now. They're looking so good with guys like Dominion and Shine and Idom and Smug.
Kami, like, you have a lot of guys over there.
And of course, you know, the fabulous Chris Hugh, who hasn't been able to travel as much to events.
Nice EX. Fine, gets that confirmed again, knocked down in the corner, and no flash kicks from Ice. Gets the throw in the corner.
Oh my God, let's just EX uppercut. It barely clipped, but it clipped, it did.
Overhead.
That's all he needed.
That's what happens, man. You need a helmet when you're riding that moped, and you're gonna get sniped, man. That's how it works. Ice going back to the drawing board. Oh, that shirt's pretty cool.
You approve of that?
I actually approve of that.
Okay.
I wouldn't wear it the same, obviously, but I digs.
Like, all I can do is picture Ice on the beach right now because of that shirt.
I'm pretty sure in that picture that I saw him, he was like, yeah, I just got married. He was riding a horse in the ocean. I'm not even
I hope
joking.
he was wearing that shirt while he was doing that, too. So, but he's going to switch over to M. Bison instead.
Oh, the classic, actually. He was playing Bison for quite some time. Guile's still pretty new. Last time I saw him, he was playing Bison.
Yeah,
So
Bison, of course, the man who is in permanent happy face app
that's
mode.
evil. That's like an evil face. He's like the Joker, but he's like a little more diabolical.
Well, he's kind of got like psycho power, you know. He's got like magic on his side. Joker doesn't really have that, so.
Nice spacing already.
Kami trying to get that pressure in there, but a beautiful jump in for Ice now to be able to start with a good amount of damage. Bison, one of those characters that
just eats it. Oh, raw EX scissors kick. Forward throw, and now you see that control come back that Ice so known for.
Yeah, great life lead right now. Good block against the B-trigger activation attempt, but now here comes Kami. Yep, guess what? Everybody's favorite move, the Devil's Reverse.
Couple buttons down, there's another throw, and now Kami's looking a little scared, man. He's not hitting any buttons. Getting thrown a lot. And it all started with that that random EX scissors. Worked out from out of nowhere.
Alright, well, Kami trying to apply some pressure now. Oh, again, those random scissors.
Random scissors, man. Gotta be careful. Nice jump out of that command throw. Sweeps the dash from Ice. Kami trying to get control of this round again. That first round looked pretty clean for Ice. Tries to DP that devil reverse again. Stop messing with that move. Finds the counter hit again.
Confirm, yeah. And then a jump back throw OS from Kami just to get out of there. Says, I do not want to deal with this. And now you see how Kami's respecting the head stomp and devil's reverse. He's going to be able to confirm off of that, but was that a setup?
I think it was a setup. Because that's the second time he's done that.
Okay.
And I believe he was doing it at KIT earlier this year as well. Oh, back. See, now we're talking.
It missed. Yeah, the head stomp missed, unfortunately. And so great uppercut there from Kami. Now Kami at match point.
Set point here for Kami. And I like the patience by Ice. Nice whiff punishment.
That was beautiful. What? He was expecting him to hit him. He was trying to shimmy him, but then he just came out with a cycle ball instead. And so like, you know what? This covers a lot of space. I'm just going to throw this out at you.
B reversal. I respect it.
Oh, and the surprise slide. Catches him from the screen away. Notice that Kami was not low blocking. Here comes that devil's reverse, but good block.
Yeah, he didn't try to mess with it this time around. Jumps out of the corner, gets a little screen behind him with the backdash. And now you see Kami just waiting, trying to find a way in. Uses that Seismo to try to, loosen him up a little bit. Slide out. And you see this offense come.
Oh, crush counter, and he gets the setup. That was a cross-up.
And still finds the EXDP.
Oh, that's going to be able to take the round, and yes.
And that will be that. Kami moves on. 2 good victories under his belt coming in. Especially since I started out playing with Guile. And I felt like they kind of set the momentum up already for that first game to go kind of a little easier for Kami. But
yeah, Kami's got to be pretty far here in this pool right now.
It's
there with that
and boom,
man.
Still pulls the trigger on that EX and then dashes up and closes out the round. Yeah, that stand light kick punish after knockdown in the corner from Nakali is definitely something that scares people. You have to be a little careful going into that matchup because, one, Nakali's EX reversal, DP, is one of those things you're always paying attention to. You have to monitor that. Starting off with Guile wasn't a bad idea, but you got to remember those Seismos definitely going to play a factor. Even if you get a boom out, you're still getting knocked down by the Seismo right after it.
And that trade is always worth it because when you trade like that, you gain that V-trigger meter, and then that lets you activate V-trigger much earlier. So you'll trade with Sonic Booms with Seismos all day. So, but we are going to be coming up on the next match. It's going to be... I got to imagine this is like winners finals.
Yeah, we're pretty far. But like we said before, 3 people do make it out of the pool.
That's right. Yes.
Everybody has like another chance at life here. However, like the competition is, I feel like the reason they gave people an extra chance is because there's so many killers here. It's like, you know what? Everybody and their mom is here. So we're going to give you one more chance to make it out of pools.
The reason why that happens, though, is because a lot of times you get run backs. You always end up run backs. The people in losers finals always feel like that they've played each other before. So they're doing the 3-out method by just mixing the loser side of that. Now, interestingly enough here, Kami versus Ice was actually the winners finals of that pool.
Really?
That was the winners final. You know who was in the losers finals right now? Or the losers semifinals? Chris G and Kelvin G. These guys are in losers bracket. Chris G.
Who did he lose to?
Lost to Kami, and Kelvin Gian lost to Ice.
Yo, Kami is out here taking bodies home with him to the East Coast.
So this is actually the losers semifinals, and so whoever wins this makes it out on loser side with Ice, and Kami made it out on winner side. Like I said, that New York scene, man, is so strong.
Those guys are strong. We were talking. It's always a topic of discussion because you don't know what you're getting. When you go, if you go to NLBC or you watch NLBC, there's a bunch of strong players there. A lot of which do not get enough shine in some instances, especially when it comes to the West Coast, because traveling is ridiculous.
I mean, they play against shine a lot, right? So I think they get plenty of shine at NLBC. But Kelvin G beat Broly Legs to get here, and Chris G beat Aziz Sensei to get here for this loser semifinal match. So this is to make it out of Pool B1.
You already see that zoning game coming into play right now.
It's a little bit of tough, because like sometimes Urian likes to play like kind of a defensive zoning game, but it's going to be a little bit tougher against Guile. Oh, chases down the jump with the EX shoulder tackle.
The tail end of that toward medium punch.
I can't even imagine. I mean, this is how stacked these brackets are. I can't even imagine Kelvin or Chris G not making it out of pools.
The thing is, Kelvin G is a much more calculated player in a lot of instances. Nice neutral jump fierce right there.
Wake up light punches from Chris G. Trying to go in there for the comeback now.
I like the air-to-air. Charge up, fireball from Urian.
Guile can do a lot of damage. I know a lot of people question when I say this, but I just don't feel like Guile is that burst damage kind of character.
He's not. He breaks you down. He clips you over time, and he gets more annoying. And then when he gets triggered, that's when he finishes the deal.
Right.
So, you're right. I agree. Crush counter, back fist.
Okay. Gets the knockdown off the flash combo. Oh, wow. Didn't even get the fireball off at all. Nice block on the empty jump from Chris. Kelvin was ready for it. Again.
Wow, again.
Yeah. Kelvin just trying to see if he can build up to the next block of, that's going to do it. So now the V trigger is in play.
Yeah, if he gets any crouching forward, even on block, if he feels like this round is getting out of hand, you're probably going to see an activation. And that's what we're nearing right now. Powered boom. Nice block again, but not going to stop that crouch strong. One round apiece.
Great controlled round there for Chris G. Chris G basically lost no health in that one. Great turnaround from that first round. Try not to play that neutral game with Urian, but oh man, those EX headbutts just catch you by surprise.
Step kick just to check the temperature on Chris G. There's a V reversal. And you see Chris G so content with holding back and getting a boom on the screen and controlling the screen again. Look at this.
You see him dash him into the boom, so even without the quick rise, it doesn't even help.
Can't touch that. There's a throw into the corner. Trigger is not on the table just yet for Kelvin G, but he's going to try to take this and run with it.
There's that Urian whirlwind.
I know. Oh, activation.
Got him. Oh,
reset throw into the corner, Chris G. A genius. Christopher Genius. Mirror. Oh, one made it through, actually. That's crazy.
I thought he was going to do the far mirror to punish Guile. Oh, man. Trying to chase him down, but the no more mirror helps. Aegis Reflector is out of play. Oh, he was just outside of range.
Just outside.
Oh, and I was talking about so much about how good Kelvin is at aiming that, and then the one time he needed it most, he missed it, and Chris G using that option select. You know, I'm going to block, and if I block, then the jab won't come out, but if it whiffs, I have the punish.
On top of that, you notice that Chris G is so okay with like, you know what, I'm too close, I'll hold back to get out of it.
Yeah.
Crush counter to start the round off by Kelvin G and pushes to the corner.
Walking backwards is such an effective tool in this in Street Fighter V compared to a lot of the other fighting games.
Look at that, just walks right out of range, didn't even have to block it, and he gets that charge on top of it because Guile is a charge character. Wake up EX flash kick from Chris G.
Here is the thing about Guile. So not a burst damage combo, but every time he hits you, it just feels like it hurts.
That V reverse doesn't stop some of that pressure. Baby booms on the screen. What are you gonna do? Wow.
Delayed perfect. Oh, he ran out. He ran out. He thought maybe he had a little bit more. Just jumps out of the corner.
Oh,
just raw jumps
back.
Yeah. It's the raw jump out of the corner. Gets the cross up. Was able to convert into the EX flash kick. Spent the meter to take the round, which is a great idea because he still starts this round with 1 bar. Now match point for Chris G. Getting caught by EX chariot tackle.
Chris G getting more and more effective at controlling the screen. Smart jump in by Kelvin G on. Really smart read.
But just gets thrown right back in the corner. Good block on the EX chariot tackle. Chris G was waiting for it.
And you see Kelvin G on just swinging right there at that mid-range with that crouching medium kick. Confirmed by Chris G. Dash up, tries to go for the reset. Critical art still on the table. A little bit of trigger left.
Yeah, last time he went for the reset, he went for the throw. This time he tried to fake like the throw and go for the button. Kelvin G landing on that Sonic Blade, Sonic Boom. Chris G, of course, with only 1 bar and now some armor for Kelvin.
I feel like he should have went to this a little earlier. I think it would have helped him out a little bit had he started using that B skill to power up. Get an extra hit of armor. Dash up, upside down
Oh my God,
kick.
not quite enough to kill though. But the crouching light kick is Chris G moves on loser side. Again, we aren't going to be playing out losers finals thanks to the 3-out format. If you guys are wondering how that works, it's basically the same thing except we don't play the last match of a pool because that always ends up being a run back. And so what happens, however, is that all the people in those losers positions will get swapped around. So 48 come out of the pools instead of 32. 48 come out of there, but those losers will all be swapped around, so there won't be any double jeopardies, no run backs, essentially. That's how the format works. It's basically the same thing, except we don't play the last match. We just swap them out around a little bit. So.
Oh, that's actually really smart. I feel like how many other tournaments don't really do
so,
that? So
basically, Combo Breaker was the first one that I heard that was going to do that. But,
also, I heard that, yeah.
What I had heard from the guys who run Combo Breakers, they got the idea from some Smash tournaments. So there you go. So Smash tournaments have been doing that for a while. But that was the Pool B area here. I'm sure we'll be able to get who's making it out of these pools once we come back from break. But when we do come back from break, we will be switching it over to Mr. Sajam and Eli the Curry.
Eli the Curry.
So stay tuned for that, everybody.